Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to a new series on this channel. Today we will be starting FTB's Infinity Evolved pack in Skyblock mode. So if you look down here, you can see that we are running in Minecraft version 1.7.10. That is in stark contrast to QTech, which we just finished. That was on Minecraft 15 or 1.15.2 or something. Basically all those vanilla mechanics I spent the last couple weeks learning, I have to forget about it now. Everything's back to the old version, right? Enchanting takes all 30 of your levels at the same time. Oh, it's going to be awful. Well, this being a relatively old pack, I think it's about 4.5 years old for the Skyblock version of the pack, and for Infinity Evolved in general, it's like 6-ish years old. So we'll have lots of old mods, or old versions of modern mods, or just, old mods that never made it into more modern versions of Minecraft. Stuff like Buildcraft, old classic standbys of the Minecraft modding scene that kind of faded away a little bit. But by diving back into the past, we can play with them yet again. All right, so I will be playing this on a server, and that is largely because there's a lot of mid-game processing that benefits from having offline processing available. So normally when you start this pack on a server, it puts you on like it does some weirdness that I never figured out how to make work. But I just created a single player world and copied it over to my server. So anyways, it starts you off with some saplings, some bone meal, a handful of apples, a stick, and most importantly, a water and lava source block. So, start by growing a tree, punching the tree, and getting some wood. This pack also now has a questing mode. Ooh, quests were like not a given in packs 5 years ago. In fact, only exceptionally good packs came with quests. In fact, I think this pack didn't even get quests until a good year plus after its launch. Also, fast leaf decay. That was, I wouldn't say revolutionary, but it was relatively new at the time. You used to have to wait for your leaves to decay. Man, what a concept. Anyways, you can optionally play this pack in hardcore mode. I don't know why you would, but you can. Alright, so we start with quest 2. Get 8 pieces of wood. Can do. No tree twerking. That's why the game even starts you with bone meal. And if you're unlucky, you grow the crooked all oak tree and you cry. But we've been lucky so far. As far as I can tell, this quest book is here more to guide you along than to actually tell you, or than to actually give you, quest rewards of any form. So from all the quests I've looked at so far, there are no rewards. So it's just here to, help you along. To that end, I probably won't intentionally go out of my way for all of them, but it has been many years since I've played this pack, so I do appreciate the reminder of how to do things. Anyways, one of our first goals is to make a cobblestone generator. That's what these are for. However, we need some blocks that can withstand heat to build it. And we only start with this, one layer of dirt, which makes for a pretty poor cobblestone generator. So I'm going to make our well, first I'm going to have to grow a few more trees, but I'm going to if you make our cobblestone generator out of planks, right, they just burn. I'm going to make it out of crafting tables. And voila, one crafting table based cobblestone generator. So these crafting tables, they can catch fire, but they can never burn away. So I can stand here, and only some of my cobblestone gets ejected into the lava and thus burned. I probably lose about 1/3 of it to the lava. So, there goes another one. Yeah, this cobblestone generator is not very good. It's just easy to make with the starting blocks. We're going to want to, there goes another one. There goes another one. We're going to want to upgrade it pretty shortly. Burned another one, and another one. 3 in a row. 4 in a row. 5 in a row. Geez, that's unlucky. Anyways, let's, I'm going to harvest up a little bit more cobble. I need enough to make our tools, and I've expanded our platform out a little bit with cobblestone slabs. I'm using bottom half slabs because they don't spawn mobs, and I don't have much lighting available right now. But one of my first goals well, one of my first long-term goals will be to make this automated cobblestone generator that sucks a little bit less than this one. Alright, so following the quest, unfortunately, you cannot bind this quest book to a hotkey, but alas. Alright, following the quest, the first thing I want to get to is sifting, so that requires string, which requires us to make a crook. Let's do that real quick. So, one wood becomes 2 planks, and 2 planks become 2 sticks. So sticks are pretty expensive at this point, or at least they're a hassle to make. I believe that's the recipe for a crook, and I believe there's also a compressed crook. Yeah, if we make 4 of them. Wait, this isn't worth it at all. I thought the compressed crook had the durability of 4 crooks. It only has the durability of 2. It might break more than 1 leaf at a time. No, I don't know. Whatever. Break leaves with your crook, and you have a chance to get silkworms. Supposedly. I didn't get any. Alright, we're gonna have to try on the next tree, I guess. Ah! Got one from like the 3rd tree in that I tried. So, once you have a silkworm, that's enough to get started. You need to grow yet another tree. You want one with a fair number of leaves, so let's grow another tree. Yet another tree. Alright, well, these 2 together will do. Put the silkworm somewhere, let it infest the leaves. Takes a little bit of time, but it'll spread. In the meantime, I'll just sit here mining cobblestone, because we'll need a fair bit of it going forward. Actually, instead of mining it with a pickaxe, I can mine it with our chicken stick, if I believe. The chicken stick here is effectively a hammer, so it'll turn the pickaxe into gravel. Right, yeah, we'll get that. It also seems to eject the item right into my inventory, which is convenient because it means I don't burn 2/3 of it. So while our tree infests, I'm going to harvest up a couple stacks of gravel. While I'm having the time of my life here holding down the left mouse button harvesting gravel, our tree has been infesting. Let's see how it's doing. Almost done. There's still some leaves near the top. So I'm going to give it another couple minutes to infest while I keep clicking. How much am I at? Oh, about 2.5 stacks of gravel. The first thing I want to do is to make the block breaker. So there's a few block breaker options, but the easiest one to do is a Project Red block breaker, which requires a iron pickaxe. So that's 3 pieces of iron, a piston, another piece of iron, and 2 redstone. But this also needs a redstone clock of some sort. So I think the simplest clock we can do is just the redstone clock, which is going to take another 5 pieces of redstone. So it's what, 4 iron and 7 redstone? And our tree is fully infested. Also raining now, just our luck, but whatever. If we break these leaves with, I believe it's a crook? Yeah, you have a chance to get string, or maybe it's guaranteed to get string. I don't know. In any event, we're gonna harvest all these leaves to get some string, and we'll use that to make sieves so that we can create resources from that gravel. In total, I got 47 string from those trees, so let's make a sieve. There's 2 types, heavy sieves and just regular ones. Heavy sieves can sieve compressed blocks, or I guess this is NDI now, not enough items. But I guess it doesn't show you. I think the heavy it sieves compressed blocks, but it only gives you 5 outputs per, and a compressed block is 9 inputs. So because right now gathering the gravel is actually difficult, I'm going to start with just a regular non-heavy sieve. So that's 2 meshes and some other stuff. Alright. 2 meshes and some other stuff. No, not happening? Try that again. Some other stuff. Aha, we did it. Sieves in this version of Minecraft, you don't have to actually there's no, different tiers of meshes you put inside. There's just the sieve. And then you have to sieve things individually. They don't link together. At least I don't think they do. Let's make a second one just to be sure. I'm pretty sure they don't link together. Let's see. empty this one out, empty this one out, and do they both work at the same time? They do not. So yeah, you basically have to run one sieve at a time. I'm kind of regretting not making the heavy sieve, if we're being honest here. Apparently takes longer to sieve these than to mine the cobble. Well, whatever. By sieving gravel, you get certain resources. Basically, you get different resources depending on what you sieve. And I actually believe gravel cannot give redstone. Let me double check. Yeah, sieving gravel can give you a chance for diamonds and emeralds and some, other things. But if I want redstone, I believe I have to actually sieve dust. So that is, I have to take the gravel. Oh boy. Using NEI is hard compared to JEI. Crush it into sand. You can do this with a hammer. You don't have to use a machine. Crush it again into dust. And then we can sieve that. And that gives a 13% chance per of redstone. So I'm going to finish up these two and then we can start hammering this into redstone. Well, you could hammer each piece of gravel individually into sand and then into dust. It's much better for your sanity to use a compressed hammer to hammer compressed gravel. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the chicken stick here, which is a hammer, yeah, it doesn't count as a compressed hammer. So, or does it actually? Let's try it. No, it doesn't. I didn't think so. So by doing this, you get to do basically 9 pieces at a time, and you get to work smarter, not harder. It's all hammered down to dust. All that's left is the civet. So if I recall, there was 4 iron ingots and like 7 redstone. Well, there's a redstone. I think this also gives some other decent things. So each of these powdered ores is worth approximately, well, exactly 1/4 of a actual ingot, because you have to craft 4 of them into a dust, and then you can smelt this into 1 ingot. Later, you can still ore double it, like through the usual methods, right? A pulverizer or a smeltery or something. But that's we don't have ore doubling methods available to us quite yet. I definitely do not have the patience to sift like 3 stacks of dust. That's probably 10 minutes of work. But I sifted enough to get, I think, all the stuff I need. So the gravel ores, if you compress 4 of them, you get this iron ore gravel, which you can then break again. Apparently not with a chicken stick, though. I guess you need a regular hammer for that. Can a compressed hammer work? It does. And you can see 1 compressed, or 1 gravel ore became 5, and you can do it again with sand ore, and it became 5 more. So you can slightly increase your yields by processing gravel instead of dust. But again, because I needed redstone, I had to process dust. Anyways, let's put all our excess away. And I need a furnace to cook this. So if my memory serves me right, furnaces in this mod pack use compressed cobble. This pack was made in a time when that was a defining feature of expert modes. Experts love to mine, apparently. So, yeah, they decided that making furnaces out of 81 cobblestone was far better gameplay than making it out of 8. Wait, that doesn't work. Making it out of 64 is better than making it out of, no, 9 times 8, 72. 3rd time's the charm. But yeah, anyways, I'm glad that by and large mod packs have gone beyond that now, because there are more interesting ways to make packs experty than to make me mine cobblestone for, 30 minutes at the start of the pack. It's been so long since I last played the pack that I actually forgot you can make furnaces this way. It's just that this furnace cannot be used for further crafting, generally speaking, whereas this furnace can. I don't actually remember when this change was added. I think it's always been in the Skyblock version. I just don't recall if it was added in response to feedback from the non-Skyblock version of the map or not. Anyways, apparently you can't stack it on top of a normal half slab. First things first, let's make some charcoal. So I take back my statement about, making me mine cobblestone for all that time. That was just me being an idiot. All right. Anyways, charcoal. And we'll use that to, we need some smooth stone and iron ingots. Also, not sure if I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure one piece of wood just smelted 6 items. Is that how long wood burns for? What's going on here? Let's try that again. So one piece of wood, can that melt all 6, or can I turn all 6 of these wood blocks into charcoal? It looks like it can. Okay, I guess that's convenient. So if one piece of wood can melt 6, or can smelt 6 items, it normally does 1.5, right? How long does a piece of charcoal last? Does it also last longer? Huh. I wonder, is that just, yeah, it has 70 seconds of burn time. Is that normal for charcoal? Maybe. I mean, I'm just gonna let this burn and see how much cobblestone it turns into stone with one piece of charcoal. It's looking like the answer is going to be 4, right? I mean 8, the normal amount, because it's halfway done burning and there's 4 stone. So I guess it's just wood is extra efficient in a furnace. The tooltip says 300. I'll never know. Alright, now it's time to make a block breaker. I find it very disappointing that this button doesn't just pull in basically as much as it can. If you just left click it, it puts ghost items in. If you shift click it, it pulls everything in if it can, but it doesn't do its best if it can't get everything. Which is somewhat unhelpful in telling you what you're missing. These are the quality of life improvements that have been made between versions of Minecraft. Seriously, what am I missing? Oh, my redstone. I put it all away. Alright, let's... 7th time's the charm, right? That's a block breaker. So this block breaker just breaks the block in front of it. I don't know which way I have to place it. I think that's right. But it needs a redstone signal to do so. So let's also make ourselves one of these clocks. We did it. And I'll make a lever to turn it off later. Wow, I have exact right amount of redstone. Alright, so a lever, or a thing to do that, and a lever to turn it off, and it spits the item out the back. So this way our items don't, our gravel or our cobblestone doesn't get smashed right into the lava there. We just need something to hold it, and for that I'm going to make a drawer of some sort. I forget, do compacting drawers have, that's a regular recipe? I can get 3 more pieces of iron. Well, let's get started with a normal drawer and I'll upgrade it to a compacting drawer later. If you put an inventory, like a drawer, right next to the block breaker, it just puts the items into there. Alright, so this is our starter cobblestone generator. It's slow, it's loud, it doesn't have much going for it. We'll upgrade it at another time. But for now, we can automatically make cobblestone. Apparently... Wait. It's so clicking gives you a stack, shift clicking gives you 1. Isn't that backwards from how drawers are in current versions of Minecraft? Or am I crazy? I don't actually remember. It feels backwards to me. Alright, in any event, now that we have automated cobblestone generation, we may as well work in compressed forms of cobble for everything. So I'll replace our sieves with compressed sieves, and that'll make it so that we can effectively sieve 5 times as fast, right? You get to process 5 items at a time. It does use more input, but again, input is easy to come by now. Now that I have a steady source of cobblestone too, I can start converting my platform over to the chunk-aligned grid that I used in interactions. So just a quick walkthrough over how that works. Each chunk starting in the, what corner is this? Northwest corner of each chunk is a, chunks are 16 wide, right? So I have a 8x8 subgrid and 2 of these subgrids in each chunk. So it tiles, you can tile it in either dimension, and you can put lighting on the outsides and have I guess this would be if it's, or no, it's a 9x9 sub chunk. So the inside is 7x7, and it's all lit up normally. I have F7 mode on, although you can't tell because there are no yellow X's. That's the whole idea. No mob spawn here. Once I make a chisel, I'll also make it so that the dividers and the interior are made of different blocks. But now I can move my my tree farm over here, such that my trees will no longer get burned by the lava in my mob farm. Or not my mob farm, my Cobblestone Generator. So now we can have a much better tree farm. Which is good because I need a lot more string to make those compressed sieves. While waiting for that tree to finish infesting, let's move on with our quests. So the next thing I want to do is start working down this left branch here. So I've made a barrel. Next quest is to make clay and work our way towards, I believe this is a coke oven? Yeah. Alright, so to make clay, we need to add dust into water in a barrel. I have dust, but to get water, I need to make some bottles. So I'm hammering for some sand, and then we'll smelt one of these. Am I out of wood? Appear to be. I guess we'll burn slabs. Slabs do not burn for as long as hoping they would. Alright, well, I guess I'll just burn whatever I have to get 3 pieces of glass to make some bottles. The way it works is that you can right-click a water bottle on a water source and, it fills the bottle, but it doesn't use up the water source. So then you come right-click this into the barrel. It unfortunately takes 4 water bottles to fill a barrel. 3 get you to 99.9%, which is not enough. Then you take some dust, and you should be able to just right-click that into there, and it turns into clay. Aha! Nice and balanced, as all things must be. Alright, so next step is to make coke bricks. I think this is a Railcraft version. Let's see, the Railcraft coke oven brick. I would pin it, like, to the JEI bookmarks, but NEI doesn't have that feature. Haha! Anyways, this looks like a bunch of sand and bricks, so I'm gonna have to make a lot more bricks. And you get 1 each? Oh boy. I made 34 pieces of clay, so I just have to turn that all into the little clay pieces. Fortunately, I can't do that like that. Maybe a compacting drawer can do it, but I don't have the materials for a compacting drawer yet. So, for now, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Very slowly. During that time, our tree finished infesting as well, so we get to harvest this, and I'll use the wood from it to start cooking that clay into bricks. String from that harvest gets us a heavy oak sieve. So, just to demonstrate that, do I have any? Here, I'll sieve a piece of compressed dust. Right, normally to sieve 9 pieces, it takes forever. But you get to do 9 at a time. But again, this only gives output of 5 rolls. At least according to NEI. And this, I mean, I got a lot of items for 5 rolls. I don't know. It says X5, so I'm going to believe it. But I would find it. No, that's a bottle. Looking through NEI is impossible. So I'm not going to do it more than I have to. Alright, whatever. It's just good to have. We'll definitely want to automate both our hammering and our sieving process at some point, but we need power before we can do that. And before we can really get into making much power, we need to set up the coke oven. So here's 23 coke oven bricks. Uses a lot of that clay, and I'm still waiting for more of it to cook up. But I believe it uses, so it's 3x3x3 hollow, so that's 26 total, right? So here's number 24. And I need to wait for 8 more clay to cook, and then we can make our coke oven. In fact, during this time, I think I'll expand our platform a bit more, so I have some room to build on. Expanding the platform right now is actually quite a hassle, because this pack predates all the very convenient builder's wands. So there's no, like, you can't just make a builder's wand with an iron ingot. The builder's wand from extra utilities uses 2 diamond blocks and steel, and the creative builder's wand doesn't have a recipe. This wand only places up to 9 blocks at a time, by the way. So yeah, no great builder's wands in the pack, but at some point we'll unlock better options for building than just placing them 1 block at a time. In any event, I think yeah, we can. Whoopsies, I made one too many. My mind kind of instinctively goes to 27 because you need 27 to build the coke oven from what's that mod? Immersive Engineering, which is the coke oven I'm more used to. But anyways, this coke oven can be used to turn, wood into charcoal, or more importantly, coal into coal coke, and it can make creosote oil in the process, which is also very important. So let's place it. A torch on top so mobs don't spawn here. And there we go. Let's get some of our coal. I think I got some while sifting earlier. Some. Alright, let's use wood. Put it in here. It takes a long time. I don't know if this actually says how long it takes, but I mean, coke ovens always take a long time, right? You gonna tell me? Here it goes. 900 ticks, apparently. Although this is for the immersive engineering one, I think. I suspect the two are the same speed. But 900 ticks and it makes a tiny bit of creosote. The creosote is what we're after right now, because that gets us to the forge hammer. While waiting for our creosote to process, let's make a couple crucibles here. So this is just bone meal and clay. You can either get bone meal from sifting or just use the stuff you started with if you haven't used it all up yet. Right, it comes from, what's this? Oh, cool, you can turn wood ash into bone meal, I guess. But you can sieve it from dust and it's a pretty high likelihood drop chance. Alright, so anyways, 16 porcelain clay makes 2 crucibles, and I guess I'll fire these. Or we'll just use wood. And turn these into actual crucibles. These crucibles apparently aren't listed in NEI, but they can be used to melt cobblestone into lava. So this is our lava producer. It can do some other things like melt leaves into water too, I think, but we already have, a water source. So we can just bottle that for water as needed. Alright, so our initial heat source for this is not very good. We have to just use torches. So let's put it, we'll start here. And we'll put these on top of the torch. And you see the melting speed is 1x. Oh wait, no, we can do better than torches. We have a lava source already. We just have to put it on top of the lava source. Let's get one of those torches back. So if you put it on top of a lava source block, it's much faster than if you put it on top of a torch. I lied, melting speed 1x. It is the exact same speed as if you put it on a torch. Anyways, you right click in your lava or your cobblestone, and then you just let it melt. Yeah, it looks like they are the same speed. Huh. I could have sworn that lava was faster. Alright, well, eventually we can unlock even faster options like fires. But right now we can't light fires yet. In order to continue making progress, we need grout. So this is Tinker's Construct grout. And we need to cook that into ingots, seared bricks. And then, you know what happens with this? We turn this into a smeltery. But for now, I think we've had enough time to get a bottle of creosote. Perfect. So a bottle for creosote is actually a whole bucket, whereas for water, it's only, what, a third of a barrel? So like 333 millibuckets. Don't ask me why that is. And then we can turn some wood into, I guess that's me wood planks, doesn't it? We can turn some wood planks into treated wood. Aha! And then, oh, that also, oh no, it did give me my bottle back. And then with this, I believe we also get 4 sticks per. Yeah, we can make that 4 chamber. But first I need some iron ingots. So, I guess I have to sift a little bit more. I have 3. I think I need 6 or something. This time around, I'm going to sift gravel because instead of wanting redstone, I actually want diamonds. So with any luck, maybe we'll get a couple pieces of diamond. Sifting a stack of this is still going to take like 5 minutes, so I guess I will cut until I'm done with this. On my last piece, let's see how we did. I haven't really been paying attention, but it looks like we got 2 total diamonds. Aha! Some other stuff too. But what I want to do with this diamond is I want to make a ore smasher out of it. So the ore smasher is a special hammer, which requires a couple crafting tables apparently. Don't I have extra crafting tables? Yeah, they're in my inventory. It must be sticks that I'm missing then. The ore smasher here is, I believe it gets extra yields when you break ores. So while these ore pieces, they look like in future versions of Minecraft, these are actually usable as is. You do have to craft these 2x2 in this version before you can actually use them. So let's put everything else away just to get it all out of my inventory. You also, I think this version of Inf Tweaks, you can't drag your mouse across items to put them away. All those nice quality of life updates that I'm missing. Let's also put all this coal into the coke oven to get it to process it. Stop processing that. Start processing this. Alright, so out of 13 pieces from gravel, let's see how much we get once it's all smashed out. Ooh, it also feels fast. It's probably because it's basically a diamond hammer in terms of mining level. So out of 13, we got 15 sands. So in total, we'll probably get like 17 dusts. That's a meaningfully increased total yield. Let's see how we did. 16, so here's 16, 18. 18 dusts out of, from, how much did we input? 13? So now that's like almost 50% more yield. That's very good. Now, this can later be smashed, can be doubled in like a pulverizer or smeltery. Actually, wait, why don't we make that smeltery then? Haha. Let me see if I have enough seared bricks just to make the, absolute most baby smeltery. But it looks like we are out of time. So why don't we leave off here? Whoops, spoiler. You didn't see the smeltery bits of my inventory. We'll come back tomorrow and I guess put this smeltery together. I'll let you know I have it. So I hope you guys will enjoy this series. I love playing this pack. So yeah, I hope I can make a good series out of it for you. In any event, I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.